You know, Harris, I was sitting here reflecting and just, watching the service and getting text messages from, all my friends, from, as you might say, on both sides of the aisle. But there's one thing that sticks out. My family, who has a rich history in the civil rights movement here in Atlanta, my uncle with Ralph Abernathy and Dr. King, and of course John Lewis, and all the way back from SNCC to SCLC. But there's one thing that where they were able to sustain their endurance going through these tough times is that they had the Jesus in them, Harris. And people forget that the civil rights movement was a spiritual movement, and everything evolved around prayer and cultural reconciliation. It involved around forgiving the brother that cast the stone at them that was another color. It involved of praying for the person that persecuted them for not allowing black Americans to go to the polls. And I thank God for the quote Jesus in the movement and in Brother John Lewis and all the thousands of people, men and women, Harris, and our white brothers and sisters that stood up against the atrocities of segregation, the hoses, the dogs, the water that was put upon black Americans for just wanting to go to the polls, Harris, just to have that precious right to choose a candidate of their choice, or just to be a part of this great process of this great republic. And every time when I see, people like Brother John, I thank God for that movement. I mean, Harris, look at you. Look at me. Look at me, a very successful black business owner here in Atlanta for 28 years. The doors that were pushed down to make it equal playing field for people who look like us, And so I'm truly thankful for, I'm very choked up because I'm getting so many messages from, like I said, so many different folks from across the aisles and everything. And this is a great lesson. We had C.T. Vivian go home to the Lord. We had Dr. Joseph Lowry go home to the Lord. And my good dear friend, Brother Herman Cain, who the Lord called him today.
Yes.
And all the folks that got called this week that were part of this awakening of America to say, look, enough's enough. We are all one blood, one nation under God. Brother John was under the flag, Harris. And that flag, once again, is who we are as Americans and what they fought for. Yeah. So I can sit on this great show in 2020 to a beautiful black woman who years ago would not be a news anchor, or a guy like me, a successful business developer, jewelry store owner. The list goes on, and how far we've come, and look where we're going. So this is a blessing. And a lot of folks are coming together. I'm telling you, this is going to be an awakening and a blessing for all on how we talk to each other.